Coming up on the CodeBet Daily Women's World Cup, we look at the bottom half of the draw, groups E, F, G, and H coming at you. I take you through it, so Stats Guy's got a kind of half host. What do you like, Stats Guy?
Just that the Jamaican team's called the Reggae Girls. That's what I'm about.
That is one of the best names ever. I'm looking at Germany and very keen on them to make a deep run in the tournament. But it's CodeBet Daily, a Women's World Cup special. Check it out because it's coming your way right now. Welcome to the CodeBet Daily. It is episode 154. It is Tuesday, the 18th of July, all day. We are stuck in the dreary studios here in Melbourne. It has just started to absolutely pizzle down. What a day in Melbourne. The Stats Guy is here. How are we, Stats Guy?
Yeah, I'm pumped for the World Cup. We're going to go through some more groups here, but yeah, absolutely.
You sound pumped.
Absolutely pumped,
Hi,
mate.
guys. The World Cup starts Thursday. I'm excited. Big Kev loves it. Stats Guy, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Bring him back. Yes, as Stats Guy said, we are here to look through groups E, F, G, and H in the Women's World Cup, which kicks off on Thursday in New Zealand and Australia. It is an awesome time to be a sports fan in general here in Australia.
It is.
Unless you like the Commonwealth Games, of course, because bad news this morning came out.
Yeah, that's gone, but the World Cup's still out.
I mean, the World Cup's a better spend of money, let's be honest. It's a
Probably,
World Cup.
yeah, it's pretty
sick.
cool. Yeah.
All right, Stats Guy, you're the price man this morning, so let's not waste any time because it's a special CodeBet Daily today where we're just going to go through the four remaining groups of the Women's World Cup, dive a bit deep and see where we can get to.
Perfect. So we're starting with Group E, I'm guessing.
Yes,
we got
Stats Guy, alphabetical order. Good stuff.
The back-to-back champions in USA obviously are paying $1.33 to win the group and $1.01 just to qualify. So yeah, they're going to absolutely cruise through here. Then you got the Netherlands, which is the rated second best team in the betting, $3.20 to win the group and $1.06 to qualify. So you got the two heavy favourites there. You got Portugal, $51 to win the group, $8 to qualify, and then Vietnam, who I'm guessing are qualifying for their first World Cup, $501 to win the group and $101 to qualify. The USA are also the favourites at $3.50 to win the whole tournament because they are back-to-back champions.
Yeah, those odds, of course, with Bet365 and Ladbrokes. Firstly, you're a bit stiff if you're Portugal and Vietnam.
I know.
You're bumping into the favourites from the 2019 World Cup, so, well, good luck. That's all I can say. But easy enough to start off with the Americans. No, there's no value in betting on them to win the group or,
Or even the World Cup. $3.50 to win the whole thing is very short.
It seems very skinny given the fact that Brazil were the favourites in the Men's World Cup. They were $4.50 before the tournament. So I know America going for 3 straight World Cups. So I'll put it to you this way. Let's prognosticate.
I like that word.
Will this be the greatest sporting dynasty in football if they win 3 World Cups? Because 3 straight World Cups, that is, because no team has ever won 3 straight World Cups in men's
or women's. Yeah, it's going to be up there, which is it's unbelievable how it's
a complete dominance over that period of time. Winning 3 straight World Cups is insane. So straight away you look at I
hope they don't, but
obviously Australians. But straight away you look at Alex Morgan, Megan Rapinoe up front. If the Americans don't top the group, that's going to be the biggest surprise of all because that'll also throw them into the bottom half of the bracket, which
we
probably
were talking
have
about yesterday,
England,
a lot harder,
Germany, Australia in it. So that's
France.
not at all ideal for the Americans, but they should really cruise through. Like the Netherlands, when you look at them, they're obviously the finalists from the World Cup in 2019, but they're sort of on the way down at the moment as well. Not as strong as they were 4 years ago, but I think for them, their big game is to try and knock off America in that game, try and, revenge.
Yeah.
But it's also like, you know what? It's actually a really good
even get a draw,
point.
it would be a big win.
Try and stop America from clean sweeping through and then hopefully get your goal advantage up on Portugal and Vietnam. Because if you can get America into that bottom half of the draw when the knockouts come, this is providing everything works out. It throws the tournament into absolute chaos. I think it might be Sweden who's probably going to be the biggest winner out of all of that. Because they're third in the world and they're going to be up top as well. But America should cruise through here. No shock there. Look, the Netherlands, Jill Roord is who I want to look at for them. She's got 20 goals to her name already, and I think she's missed like 2 or 3 internationals in the last 2 years. So she's going good. She'll be sort of an attacking midfielder as well, so she'll be one to watch for them. But after the 2019 final, they got knocked out in the quarters of the Euros last year, so that wasn't great. But also, their coach Serena Wiegman left in 2021 after the World Cup, so it's just like they're in a bit of a transition at the moment. So it's sort of like, oh yeah, you go well. It's Netherlands, it's a World Cup, but there's no real confidence there. Portugal getting to the World Cup in itself is a victory. They went through the European playoffs in the Inter-Confederation playoffs just to make it the group stages here.
So they probably played the most games in the build-up out of
most of the
teams that have qualified.
They've lost one of their last 10 internationals, and they're up to 21 in the world. So they're no easy beats, and they're on the way up. So there's surely not
It's a pretty
gonna be
strong
much
group
fear.
overall. Then feel for Vietnam.
Well, that's it. Like, I think Portugal, they'll be backing themselves to cause an upset over the Dutch and really sort of trying to sneak through. There, obviously, beating America is a whole different world of pain. But if they do it, good luck to them. But Vietnam, first ever World Cup, getting a point from the group stage is probably going to be a win. Like, it's hard not to go, oh, good luck,
Well, this is
try
just
hard.
making it as a tip for lots of these teams.
As you said yesterday, we're 24 to 32 teams, and some teams just haven't had the international exposure, or their players haven't had the exposure as well because they're more playing in an A league or in a
Vietnamese league, or a lot
some of those
leagues
across Asia, rather than playing in the WSL, the league in America. Of course, you've got the Italian league and the Spanish league up and going now. So it's just like, okay, this is a good stepping stone for the future, and this is what's going to keep growing the game overall. But look, if you want to dive into the shorts, $1.28 America to win the group.
It's a lot.
If you can multi a couple of things up, if you're wanting to do that through the group stages, $1.28 for the Americans to win the group it almost looks like it's 28% profit on turnover. So sure, why not?
Yeah,
but that's the bet for me there.
It's a bit of a hard group to bet on just because it's so one-sided.
It seems weird. It's like a nothing group, but it's sort of exciting at the same time. It's like, okay, America should win all 3 games. Netherlands or Portugal, whatever. And then Vietnam, good luck. Hopefully they don't get absolutely hammered. That's sort of the hope.
Yeah, nice. All right. Well, so we'll jump onto Group F here. We've got France are the favourites to win the group at $1.50, so you get a bit more value here, bit closer. You got Brazil to win the group is $2.50, Jamaica $67, and Panama $251. Both France and Brazil to qualify out of the group are under $1.07, sorry. And then Jamaica at $6.50, Panama $21. And then just looking at France, I think they'd be the favourites. They're favourites in this group. They are the 6th favourites in the tournament, $13 on Ladbrokes, to win the tournament. So they're up there. They're 5th in the world. I went to go and watch them. They look really strong against Australia. Very unlucky not to score. They've got a really strong defence. So I think they'll be really good in this group,
well, Brazil are ranked 8th in the world, France 5th in the world.
Okay, strong group then,
Jamaica do have a gun striker from Manchester City in Khadija Shaw up front, so she's going to be it's like almost like it is basically like for like Erling Haaland at Norway, gunman City striker up front for them. So hopefully she'll be trying to drag them up there as well. Also, Jamaica has the best nickname
we need to mention
in the tournament.
Gerald loves this one.
The Reggae Girls, and that's girls with a Z. I absolutely love it.
I didn't know if I liked it. And then when you said the Z at the end.
I was like, this can't be true. And I looked through about 6 different websites to find it. And then when FIFA have it on their own website,
they better come out to some reggae tunes or something.
Sure, a bit of Bob Marley, having a great time
How
here.
good is that?
But this honestly looks to be one of the strongest groups of the tournament. Panama, first World Cup appearance for them as well, but they're 2,000 to 1 to win the tournament. So
wow, 2,000.
I'll
chuck $1 on that.
So also, have you seen the advert for France
to
watch the World Cup?
Amazing.
If you haven't seen it, look it up. It's on TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, wherever. It is one of the best adverts ever. They superimpose Kylian Mbappe, Antoine Griezmann, and someone else over some of the players
banging women's
here.
Sport, and it's awesome to watch.
This World Cup is going to show the world how actually good football has become in the last few years. But you got players like Lorena Fraser, Sandy Baltimore, and of course their captain Wendy Renard. She's an absolute gun. She's like one of. It's amazing to think how long she's been around for. Like she's played 144 internationals, 145 as of Friday night now, and she scored 34 goals, and she's a defender. So look. This is probably her last World Cup. It's her 4th World Cup. Obviously, the French, they were quarterfinalists in 2019 and they were semi-finalists in last year's Euros. Look, I think they can make a run through here in the World Cup. If you sort of look at the way the brackets work out, if you go play bracketology on FIFA.com, quarterfinal against Australia is sort of the way it's going to go if they top the group and if Australia top the group as well. All that's got to come into play, but that's sort of like, there's your first big matchup of the tournament when that happens. I think the youth of France, which we saw on Friday night, is actually going to help take them a long way. Like they've sort of got a nice mix at the moment. I don't think it's a World Cup winning mix, but I agree with that. I think that they can make a run. $1.50 to win the group. Not sure about it, because Brazil's
strong in their own right.
Well, you have a look at Brazil, and we'll just keep rolling onto it. They took England to penalties. It's called in the Finalissima, which is the mixture of the Copa America and the UEFA Cup of Champions. In that, and then they beat Germany 2-1 as well. And Germany, of course, one of the best teams in the world. They absolutely routed the Copa America last year. They didn't concede a goal, but they scored 20.
Wow.
So that shows that their defense is really strong as well as
they're
their
not just
attacks.
parking the bus if they're scoring 20 goals.
You have a look, obviously, Marta, she's done it all.
Marta's a freak. I didn't even think she was going to be playing.
This is her last World Cup. She's been under an injury cloud, but she's come out and said this is her last World Cup.
Yep.
But so, it's one of those, get around a superstar, absolutely watch her go out, hopefully with a bang for Brazil. But Carolyn is the one who I sort of want to look out for at Brazil. So she missed 2019. She had a drug suspension.
Oh.
And as soon as that drug suspension was up, straight back in.
Every team has controversy in this World Cup.
Straight back into the team. She scored a bunch of goals this season. First year in the MLS, she played for North Carolina. And then you go through sort of Brazil's recent history in the World Cup, making the final once in 2007. But Brazil have only made it, they've got out of the group stage and then they've lost straight away. So for a very proud sporting nation, they want to improve on that. It's just, if the way, again, this is one of the ones with where the way the draw works out, they get up into the America side of the draw. So it's like, okay, you could probably progress through to a quarter or a semi.
Yeah, well, quarter's $1.80, which is pretty solid. Yeah, better than your $1.50 bets that a lot of other teams are. Yeah.
Yeah, and Jamaica, well, they're 43rd in the world, but there's not a lot of pressure on them. It seems weird to say, there's no pressure on you coming into a World Cup. Go have a look through the Jamaican football team history. They were disbanded in 2004 after failing to make the 2003 World Cup. 2010, they were ranked 128th, and Jamaica just went, we're scrapping this program.
128th, wow.
Gone. Get rid of it. And then this is the second consecutive World Cup that they've made because
that's an amazing.
They started just to slowly build back up again, and just to get here once again, it's a big success. The worry, they haven't won an international since November last year, and they recently got belted 7-3 by Mexico.
7-3, yeah. 7-3. Okay. Mexico are a decent team, but they're not. Yeah, they shouldn't be losing 7-3.
Yeah, but as I said, Khadija Shaw, she's got 38 goals in 55 games for Jamaica. Yep. So she's the one to look at. If she can just start hitting the back of the net, it's almost going to be like she's going to have to sort of throw them over the line herself. It's like a Lewandowski at Poland.
Yep.
Similar thing. That's the vibes. It's if they're good enough, it's going to be because she scored a bunch of goals to get them through. Panama, you have a look at them. They've won 6 of 10 this year internationally.
Yeah, right. They would have played some.
They got beaten 7-0 by Spain 2 weeks ago.
Oh.
So that sort of sums up. The wins were against Chinese Taipei, things like that. So it's a level below, but hey, again, awesome for them. They're in this. They've beaten Papua New Guinea and Paraguay to get to the tournament.
Yep.
It's just that level below. They're probably going to run last.
Cause a random upset every
Well, getting a draw was something as well. My suggested bet in the group was France to win the group. There's no, I could talk you into Brazil. I could talk you into France. Really, I'd love it to be $1.75, $2.25, but
I think even France to reach the semis, if they were to play Australia in the quarters, I think I just had a look at that, was $2.50. That's not a bad bet for a pretty quality team.
Yeah. Well, that's sort of it. That's sort of these couple of groups do look sort of cut and dry with America and Netherlands, and then France and Brazil are if all of those 4 make it, everyone's like, oh yeah. And if one of the 4 doesn't make it, it's like, hold on,
big upset. Yeah,
what's going wrong here? So that's it's going to be interesting to see how some of these teams handle it if they give games to some of their squad players, or if it's just starting 11, let's get the continuity.
I feel like in past World Cups, even in men's ones, there's some teams that don't start their full team and then they draw and they go, oh wow, we should
don't screw around.
You should always just start your full strength team, no matter who you're playing. I think.
Yeah,
for that goal difference as well. All right, so we'll jump on to Group G now. The favourites for that group are Sweden, as you mentioned before, the 3rd-ranked team in the world to win the group, $1.16. Then the second, this is a bit closer actually, $6.50 for Italy to win the group. Then you've got Argentina at $17 and South Africa at $67. Sweden $1.02 just to qualify out of the group. Italy really short as well at $1.22. Argentina $4.33 might be the value bet, and South Africa $13 to qualify. What are your thoughts on that, Alex?
Well, it seems interesting. Sweden, obviously very high ranked in the world, but they're still $21 to win the tournament. So it's like, oh yeah, you'll get through the group stages, and that's about it.
Yeah, right.
So have a look at this group. It seems wild that Italy's 100-1 to win a tournament. And South Africa's form isn't terrible. They won the WAFCON, which is the Women African Cup of Nations tournament coming into this. So you can't say, oh yeah, this is very easy. This will happen. I could see any 3 of those teams coming second to Sweden. Sweden should top the group and go through.
Yep.
The last 12 months has been weird because you go back to 2019, they finished 3rd in the World Cup. They got a silver medal at the Tokyo Olympics. They smashed America on the way through to that final.
Yep.
And
Australia actually as well.
They got smoked by England in the Euros. Absolutely smoked. And everyone's like, oh, we need to take England seriously.
Yeah.
And then you have a look, Sweden's record in World Cup in major tournaments is great. They've made the semi-final or better in 5 of their last 6. So if they don't make a quarter or a semi, it's like, hold on, something's gone wrong here. But it's also can't see them winning. And then yet again, we talked about this yesterday. Arsenal has yet another star player in a big team.
Yeah, every women's team has a star Arsenal player, which is crazy.
Yeah, exactly. Stina Blackenstice, she's 27 years old. I think I've butchered that. I apologize. I practiced it all morning. I still think I've butchered it. Anyway, she's 27 years old, 28 goals for Sweden so far. And in her first, she's basically played sort of like a season and 3/4 at Arsenal. She's got 24 goals so far for the Gunners. God bless. Awesome. Go Arsenal. So yeah, her finding the back of the net again is a key to this team. For the Italians, having a look at them. So this is the first time that Italy's major league has been up and running since they came into a world tournament.
Yeah, okay.
So that's okay. The professional
years,
league is, it's everything's all building blocks as far as the world game is concerned at the moment.
Yep.
It is their 4th time at a World Cup, and they've only made the quarters. That's the best that they've gone.
Okay.
At the Euros, they didn't win a game last year.
Really?
So
so that's why the odds have rocketed up.
Yeah.
What are they ranked in?
They scored 3 goals in those 3 games and had 7 scored against them. So as I said, this is the first World Cup that they've had in their homeland since the professional league started up in Italy. So that's really good.
Yep.
Main player for them is Cristina Girelli. She scored 53 goals for Italy. And she's got to again. I keep going back to who's going to score the goals because how do you win games of football? It's my
I haven't heard that in a while.
I know, but it's just,
you're right though. Yeah.
I keep looking at the strikers who have got form in the big competitions around the world and have scored internationally as well. So
actually 16th in the world, Italy.
So
but their form doesn't suggest that they should be higher.
It's that. It's like, you're there, but you're not there. It's sort of almost like you have a look and there's probably like 5 teams that you're like, one of these 5 teams should win the World Cup. Anything else would be a shock.
Yep.
When you have a look, it's probably what you think. America, England,
the odds are
Germany, Australia, and then France. Anyone outside of them?
England, who else will be missing?
I think
Sweden's out of that, but once you get out of the top 6, the odds drop off dramatically. So,
And I didn't mention Norway, did I?
No, but they're actually pretty low as well, 51.
Yeah, okay.
But they're a strong team,
Yeah, okay. And then for Argentina, basically I think the goal for them would be to reach the knockouts for the first time. They've never got past the knockouts.
Okay.
Their first game. So this is the big game. He's talking about, this will decide it. First game in this group stage in Group G, Argentina and Italy.
Ooh, yeah. So
winner of that almost looks like, all right, tick, we're straight through. Argentina finished 3rd in the Copa America coming into this. It's the 2nd consecutive World Cup that they've made. They only lost 1 game in the group stages in 2019 and just missed out on getting through to the knockouts. No shock to see. I actually think my bet in this is Argentina to qualify for the knockouts.
Yeah.
That'd sort of be my value bet.
$4.33 on Best 365.
I think they're building, just sort of having a look at what they've done in the last 12 to 18 months. Italy are sort of, they're like Italy, like in
the men's. They men's didn't even qualify for the
win the Euros, don't make the World Cup.
At least the women have qualified.
But you can't write off South Africa, as I said. They won the Cup of Nations over there. They only scored 1 goal in the 2019 World Cup, but when they win the African Cup of Nations in the last 12 months, hold on. Like something's going on here. So, look, it'll be scenes if South Africa can get a point or win a game because they've never won a World Cup game.
Yep.
So draw, could be a result, but I wouldn't be shocked to see them win a game either. So this is why I think
it's a close group.
I think this group, there's a lot going on here, and where it's like, Sweden, they'll top it, but it's like Italy could run last. I'm not going to be surprised.
Okay.
And if we can find bets on that, who can finish last in the group, I wouldn't.
I'll have a look.
Just a $5 on that, and I'm going to have something on Argentina to qualify. I think that's my lean for Group G.
Group G, nice. Yeah, I like that. Bit of value there. So we'll go last group of the tournament, Group H. The favourites, of course, are Germany, who we mentioned before, $1.05 to win the group. Then you've got Colombia, $13 to win the group. South Korea, $21, so pretty close there. Morocco, $151 to win the group. Then Germany, $1.02, clear favourites to qualify. Colombia, $1.66 to qualify. South Korea, just behind them, $1.90 to qualify. And Morocco, $41 to qualify. This is actually a pretty strong group as well.
Yeah, this is another one where it's like, all right, Germany, top the group, go through. Simple as that.
Yep.
But then it's like, both Germany and the Korea Republic will both be going, all right, our expectation of this World Cup is to qualify for the knockouts because that's sort of the way both teams are looking at their profile as well, what you expect. And Morocco, despite their odds, they recently drew with Italy and Switzerland. So they're you can't walk straight through them. But it's pretty simple. Germany, probably my value better. I know I was talking about tipping England yesterday. If I'm having bets on teams to win the tournament, I'm backing Germany or England.
Yeah, I'm backing England. And I don't mind Germany as well.
They're the 2 teams I want to back.
Yep.
Qualification for this tournament, Germany got 27 of a possible 30 points. They scored 47 goals and conceded 5. So they're scary good.
Yeah. They're $8.50 by the way to win the whole thing, which is really good value compared to your US $3.50.
Yeah, no, I'm not on the backing America to win this. But so Alexandra Pop, she's one of the best players in the world. She's a freak.
She's
absolute
awesome,
gun. I've just because obviously we don't know as much about the women's game as we do the men. So I've been watching highlights on like YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
Man, if she tackled me, I'd be in hospital.
Yeah.
Oh man, she's physical.
She's strong. Yeah.
Oh, she is so physical. So she missed the finals in the Euros through an injury. Germany probably win the Euros if she plays, I reckon. Like, that's how big her not playing is. She scored a goal in every group match. She scored a goal in the quarterfinal and the semi-final of the Euros. That shows you how important she is to this German team.
Yep.
If she gets a run on, sort of like what Messi did at the World Cup, good luck stopping Germany. Yep. That's all I'm saying. History for the Germans is quite simple. Played in every World Cup. They've won it in the past. They should breeze through this group, top the group. What price were they to top the group?
It was pretty short. Let me just double check. $1.05.
No.
But
Okay.
But a bit of value there. I did write about the Golden Boot. Alexandra Pop was $13. So I think she's one of my value picks for that. So that's a pretty good bet there as well.
Yeah. So this is where it gets interesting for me is for Colombia and Korea Republic. So it's the third World Cup that Colombia have played in. They lost to Brazil. This is Colombia I'm talking about. Lost to Brazil in the Copa America. They knocked off Argentina in the semi-finals.
Oh, okay.
They've never got past the group stage, but then you have a look. Linda Caicedo, not related to Moises, different countries of birth. So before people get confused, I saw someone on Twitter say, "Oh, I wonder if Moses is going to support Linda." And then someone's like, "Dude,
they're not from the same country. Yeah, they cannot be related."
Well, they could be, but just Anyway, so she made her national team debut at 14.
14.
Yep. She scored two. She scored 2 goals during the Copa America, and she plays for Real Madrid right now. So she's the one to look out for them.
That's awesome.
Korea Republic are a former round of 16 qualifier. That was in 2015. It's their 4th World Cup. In France, they lost all 3 of their group matches, which was a big shock. You look at their consistency at international level. They've won 2 of 5 this year. They lost to England, Belgium, and Italy. So that's like, okay, you're not that level, but then
not
again,
at the top level. Yeah,
at a tournament, it depends. Like Lee Guan-min, she scored 5 goals in 2 matches in April, which is what 2 games that they won.
Yep.
And you go back, it's like, oh, when she gets in, she scores. So if Korea have a chance of progressing through to the knockout, she's probably going to have to score 4 or 5 goals in the group stages. Shout out to Morocco. They're probably going to run last in this group.
Yep.
First Arab team ever to play at the World Cup.
That's an awesome effort.
That's awesome. They lost to South Africa in that African Cup of Nations final. Look, not a hope of winning a tournament, but getting a point or a win sort of would be awesome. That's what we get here. The experience of World Cup, again, invaluable to them. But having a look sort of through the futures of this, I think one of my best bets of the tournament is Germany to make the quarterfinals at $1.60.
Okay, yep.
And Korea Republic is who I'm saying is going to qualify through to the knockouts at $1.90.
$1.90,
they get past Colombia.
Past Colombia, yeah. So that matchup, Colombia, South Korea will be awesome to watch.
Yeah, that's it. Are we going to, is the Korea Republic game here in Melbourne? I can't remember. Is it Germany and Korea? I think.
It might be, actually. Morocco definitely is.
I'm going to check my, I think it's Morocco. I'm going Morocco and Germany. Damn it. Oh, that'll be exciting. Anyway,
that'll still be good, yeah.
But
cheer on Morocco.
Yeah, I'll cheer on Germany.
Actually, if you have money on Germany.
I'm going to have a wager on Germany. I think, through all of this, as we've gone through all the groups, my wager in this is going to be to back the Germans to win the tournament.
Okay. Yeah.
I like them. Like, I think the Euros form's the best form. I think. Obviously, love for Australia to win, but
I think it will struggle, but we still could. Yeah, the form we're in.
Like, it's almost like you have a look at it, and do you really want to get if you go have a look and all the expected favourites win all their groups that you think they should. If Germany finish second in their group, or England for that matter.
It makes it tough, doesn't it?
No, it makes it easier for them. So they get up in that other half of the group because Germany and England have to play each other in the... Sorry, Gerald, just smacked the microphone. They have to play each other in the quarterfinals.
Yep.
And then the winner of that would probably, more than likely, if Australia go through, play Australia in the semis.
So a tactical second, do you think?
Oh, a tactical second could
lose your last... Fans can come and play for England and Germany.
Well, if they win their first 2, it's like, okay, figure out what, the results of the bracket could be. It's like, hey, if we finish second, it's a tactical loss or a tactical draw.
You got to try and finish first.
Yeah, but to get into the easier half of the bracket, I like a bit of skullduggery.
Yeah.
If it happens, I'm going to say
that would be
18th of July. But I think, of all the teams, I love that Germany to to
I
win
like
the
Germany.
tournament. But I think my best bet out of this whole thing would be Argentina at $4.33 to qualify through to the knockouts. I don't mind that.
Follow on from the men's winning the World Cup there last year.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Cool.
That's it. Well, that's all. What?
That's all the
teams
groups
done.
Every single group.
All right. Give us your big call, seeing as we've done all the groups.
Well, yesterday my big call was Japan to qualify through the group stage at $5. To top the group in Group C over Spain. At $5. I was pretty happy with that one. I think it's going to be my best value bet because a lot of the teams are $1.50 to top the group and things like that. But yeah, Japan. Joe will be happy with that one as well. Or Joe's wife.
So exactly. Yeah, she does love her national teams. But if there's a volleyball World Cup in Australia, look out.
Yeah, we're doing a big podcast.
Absolutely going.
Special guest.
Yeah. I think my big call of it. I reckon I'm gonna have something on Germany to win the tournament, but Germany to reach the final at $4.50. I just think because that final of the Euros was at Wembley.
Yeah. Okay.
So have it here in Australia. Bit different atmosphere. Obviously not 85,000 screens.
Yeah, it was helping England. Yeah, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going to say.
Actually, I don't mind England just to win as well. 575. They're going up. Spain.
You realise only one of us can win through on the same half of the draw.
Yeah,
that's how it works out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, that's it. I'm going to say Germany to win the World Cup, $8.50. That's where I'm leaning. Well, that is CodeBet Daily. We are done for the day. We have ripped through this in record time. Looking forward to it kicking off on Thursday evening. Thursday night.
It's going to be awesome.
Thursday night in Sydney is going to be sick.
Yeah.
Kind of jealous I'm not in Sydney at the moment, to be honest. We'll be back on deck tomorrow. We're going to look at the Ashes, the fourth test. That sounds right.
Yeah, at Old Trafford.
Fourth test gets underway at Old Trafford, not the Manchester United home ground like I got confused
the
until I
road,
was about 10 years old.
Oh, really?
So that's not the soccer ground. What is this? So we'll rip through that. Hopefully we pick Michael Neser to play in the test. Really interesting because it's meant to rain for 5 days. And, a draw means we win the Ashes. We retain.
Yeah, so rain all you want.
You know what? 5 days of rain. Don't care. Suck it.
I want to see some cricket.
We'll be back on deck tomorrow for that. Thursday, AFL show, as well as the NRL show. And then Friday, we'll figure something out before James Clemente makes his not-so-triumphant return next week. All right, follow us on all the social medias, TikTok, Twitter, Twitch. Damn it, I keep getting that wrong.
Have you got a Titch?
I got it. I need
Tom Mitchell.
Can I please get like what's that? The rundown thing in front of you. What's that word? Teleprompter.
Yeah, I need a teleprompter.
I can't speak. It's really worrying.
Threads.
Follow us on Threads. Stats guys threading the needle there. Instagram. Please also leave a review, 5-star rating on all of your podcast apps.
Yep.
What do we say, Stats guy?
Gamble responsibly.
May all your picks come in, as well as the odds forever being in your favour, punters. We'll catch you tomorrow. It's CodeBet Daily. Out.
What are you really gambling with? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.